I recently moved all of my sites from Ezoic to Monumetric. I'm completely done with Ezoic, and in this video I want to break down my experience, the good, the bad, and why I decided to switch. So if you are in the same position as me, if you are running multiple niche sites and you are trying to monetize these sites, this video will give you some more clarity. But before I start, quick reminder, if you want to get access to all of my tools, prompts, workflows, and if you want to learn how to actually start making money with Pinterest and AI, join the Pin Lions community, the link is in the description. You can connect with more than 90 people who are already doing the same thing. Everyone is growing on Pinterest and some people are already getting fantastic results. So I encourage you to check it out. If you want to join, you know what to do, but for now, let's go back to the video. Okay, let's start with the positives. So far, I've been really happy with Monumetric. I've been with them for like a month or so, and the biggest benefits for me are better RPMs compared to what I was seeing on Ezoic, great customer service, which is very responsive, polite, and actually helpful, a clean, simple dashboard that doesn't feel bloated. The ads don't slow down your site as much as Ezoic, and you don't have to change the DNS records like with Ezoic. The problem with Ezoic is that they add a lot of weird scripts into your site, so eventually your site can become much slower. But page speed is not the only reason, because I also care about the RPMs, and here are the stats from one of my sites which is still monetized with Ezoic because I'm waiting for the confirmation from Monumetric, but in August I had like $11-12 RPM, but right now it's like $7 or $8, so that's a pretty significant drop. And you know, maybe it's just a temporary drop, maybe it's seasonal change before the Q4, but at the same time, from what I've seen with Monumetric, the RPMs can be a bit higher than on Ezoic. So just for the record, I have two sites monetized with Monumetric right now, and I'm waiting for the third one, so it will probably take a week or two before it gets added, because I don't see why it wouldn't get accepted, because the quality is simply very good. And you know, when you think about all of these scripts that Ezoic adds to your site, it slows everything down and it can actually impact your SEO as well, because a few years ago I honestly believe that these scripts contributed to a huge drop of my Google rankings. Okay, I remember that there was a huge drop. I think it was because of the page speed, and that would be connected to these scripts that Ezoic added. Maybe it's not the most important factor on Pinterest, but page speed matters a lot these days, and user experience as well. So slow sites mean frustrated users. So if you can make your site faster, that's good. So it was just a good decision for me to leave, because I don't want all of these unnecessary scripts that slow down my sites. Also, I have to mention an awful experience with Ezoic's support team, because, for example, I had one technical issue with my ads.txt file. It's a bit technical, but I reached out to their support and no one helped me. No one reached out. My ticket just sat there. No replies for a week or two. So that was recent, and who knows, maybe I was just unlucky, but from what I've seen, Ezoic's support team doesn't have really good reviews online. And I remember that a few years ago I asked them about something too, and from what I remember, the customer support just wasn't that good either. And when you compare that with Monumetric, they answer every single email. They are not just helpful but also polite and easy to work with. And you know, when you are running a business, because in the end we are running businesses, we are building niche sites, well, good support matters, and that's where Monumetric just crashes Ezoic. Another cool thing about Monumetric is that your RPMs just improve over time, and when you first join, the RPM is gonna be low, and that's normal because they are still optimizing your ad setup. And after a few weeks, their team does an audit on your site, and they actually look at your site and they make suggestions. For example, with my second site, after 2 or 3 weeks, they suggested adding an extra ad placement on the sidebar. I didn't have to do anything, they suggested it, they just optimized it for me, and my RPM increased. So that's real hands-on support. If you want to join Monumetric, you can use the link in my description, or you just go to monumetric.com and just fill out the application. You need at least 10,000 page views per month to apply, and your content should be good quality. They are not against AI content. That's a huge plus compared to some networks like Journey by Mediavine, which specifically doesn't like AI overuse or something like that. With Mediavine, it reached the point where if they see that you use a lot of AI, you have like AI images, AI content, they just reject your application straight away. But with Monumetric, if your content is high quality, you really have chances on being approved. So overall, after a few months, I decided to quit Ezoic because the RPMs were dropping, the platform slowed down my site, and their customer service was just terrible. On the other hand, I moved to Monumetric, which in my opinion has better RPMs, the ads feel lighter, the support is great, and the overall experience is just much smoother. So if your site has more than 10,000 page views per month, or if you are at the point where you can't decide what ad network you should choose, if you are unhappy with Ezoic, I highly recommend checking out Monumetric. And again, if you want to get access to all of the tools that I use on a daily basis, if you want to check out my prompts, workflows, and all of the other good stuff, join the Pin Lions community, the link is in the description. My goal is to create a space for Pinterest marketers and niche site owners who support each other. So if you join, if you have any kind of problems, you can simply ask others, and you can connect with people from all around the world. If you are, I don't know, from Asia, Africa, or South America, there is a chance that someone from your country is already inside of the community, and two of you can connect and chat in your own language. So it's a great way of meeting new people who are essentially doing the same thing. If you want to join, you know what to do. Thanks for watching this video. Hopefully it was helpful, and if it was, consider subscribing to this channel. See you next time.